Hello, members. This is that Q&A I promised all those years ago. In the background is just some random Dead by Daylight footage that I recorded just now. Playing Springtrap, he's cool. I'm trying to learn how to use his axe, so if you see me miss axe throws, that's why. So we got a few questions here from some people that I'm gonna answer. And I guess the way this is going forward is, you can drop new questions in the comments to this, or maybe I'll just make another member post, I don't know. The first question is from Press. What is your favorite snack? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I'm a big fan of Lay's salt and vinegar chips. Now, I know that might be a controversial take in this country, but salt and vinegar chips fucking slap, dude. I don't know what to say. They're fantastic. In terms of, like, I don't know, if we're talking about, like, candy, I do like white chocolate. I know people say that white chocolate is just, like, sugar. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's good. Sugar is good. Many such cases. LMP asks, top 5 books. I got bad news for you. I don't read books that often anyway. Occasionally I read some. I recently read, for the video I uploaded just a couple days ago, I read The Death of Expertise by, I can't remember the author's name. But I don't really go out of my way to read books that often. Now, if we want to talk about books with pictures, then we're working with something different. Some of my favorite manga, you know, obviously Kagurabachi's up there. I'm a big fan of Bloom Into You. I was a big fan of Chainsaw Man Part 1. Chainsaw Man Part 2 really did not grip me. The guy in this footage right here, by the way, this guy has 7,000 hours. Just keep that in mind, isn't that crazy? Anyway. Yeah, CSM Part 1 I really enjoyed. I'd probably have to think more about it. I mean, obviously ReZero is one of my favorites. I'm not sure, it's hard to have an itemized list of some of my favorite works, but yeah, sorry, I don't read books. I'm not a fucking dork. Anyway. King Lao has got 2 questions. Question 1, how has your experience changed with ReZero? I think fundamentally, it might have gotten a little bit worse because now I interact with the community. And if you're watching this video, this doesn't apply to you, but the people in the ReZero community are fucking insufferable jerk-offs. Unfortunately. Many such cases, as it turns out. Not much different from the MHA fandom of old. I think ReZero in particular because there's something to be said about media criticizing certain demographics and those demographics engaging in that media and going, oh my god, he's just like me. Kind of like the American Psycho thing. You know how everyone, like, jerks off to Patrick Bateman? Even though the whole thing is supposed to be like a giant fuck you to people that like Patrick Bateman. Kind of something similar going on with ReZero, unfortunately. A lot of people that idolize Subaru and self-insert as Subaru, even though ReZero really does take a fat shit all over Subaru as a character. Like, this dude is, like, repeatedly called a dumb asshole, and then people are still self-insert. It's because they want to fuck Rem, I think, is really what it comes down to. So it's gotten worse because of the people in the community. The second part of your question, at what point did Subaru become your favorite character? Like, in ReZero, ever. If it's ever, I guess, like, when I read Arc 6, probably. But in ReZero, I mean, it was pretty quick. I think I'm a protagonist kind of guy. I'm a big fan of main characters for some reason. If the main character of a story doesn't grip me, the story might be ass. Unfortunately. Let's see, we got... Gale asks, what video game has had the most impact on you? That's definitely gonna be Silent Hill 2. The main reason being that... Silent Hill 2, I played that game growing up, because, you know, I'm fucking old. And it was one of those works of art that really got me to look into and appreciate art. It's one of those stories that demands that you deep it, otherwise it's just going to be very unfulfilling. And let me tell you, you're not playing Silent Hill 2 for the gameplay, I'll tell you that much, alright? So, Silent Hill 2 I think was a really big part of it. It really led me down a lot of rabbit holes for shit like, you have to think really hard about what's happening on screen. You are going to spend fucking years of your life on Silent Hill 2 message boards as people try to decipher everything that happened. And I think that was a good thing for me overall, even though, you know, some people would say that maybe when you're 7 years old you shouldn't play Silent Hill 2. I did, regardless, and I spent a lot of time thinking about Silent Hill, listening to other people talk about Silent Hill, and it led me to, I guess, the point that I'm at now, where I like thinking about art and what's going on with art. Now this is like a multi-100-part question, so we're gonna break it down one step at a time. Conraz asks, do you ever feel like anime has an oversaturation problem? Large swaths of anime looking visually identical and interchangeable, or even all just using the same story conventions? Should anime experiment more, or is it stagnated to aim for safer, more profitable products that contribute to the oversaturation? Do you think this has parallels to other media industries, and it's just a moment in time issue, or do you believe there are specific factors? So, I'm gonna tackle this one step at a time, because it's a big question. The first part that I want to talk about is the repetitive use of story tropes or plot lines. Now, my opinion on that specifically, and this isn't really anime exclusive, is there are only so many ways to skin a cat, right? Like, ultimately, when you are producing thousands upon fucking thousands of works, there are going to be story and trope overlaps. Tropes aren't bad intrinsically. Tropes are just, hey, these are time-honored and studied and well-received, usually, methods of storytelling. So I don't think anime or art at large repeating storylines or having similar tropes is inherently a bad thing. It's really how you use those tropes, right? Dude, I hate this fucking tileless map. I think some asshole sent me to this map. I don't remember. I'd have to look at the post-game, but that, like, tile where you have to go up and then jump down and you fall to the first floor, it's so stupid. Anyway. That part so much doesn't bother me. Now, when you talk about anime oversaturation in terms of visual identity, it's probably also a similar thing in that there are only so many ways to skin a cat. There's only so many ways to draw an anime girl, right? There's only so much you can do. But, and this isn't just me talking, this is like people actually in the industry that are involved that have this opinion. Someone could correct me if I'm wrong as well, because I could be talking out my ass. I'm just thinking about things that I've read personally or people I've talked to. Anime is currently running into a skill issue. Literally a skill issue in that people are not being properly trained. They're taking people off of Twitter, they're taking people off the fucking streets, basically. And we have very low quality drawings. We have really tight schedules which don't lend to a lot of creative direction. So I would say that anime does look worse on average. I wouldn't say... I don't know. I wouldn't say it's because people aren't trying. Not to say that you're implying that either, but it's like the circumstances that animation has been put into is leading to very, not necessarily uninspired, but work that is not fully fleshed out by amateurs is part of the issue. Do I think anime has an oversaturation problem? Yes, I do. And I'm not the only one who thinks that. It turns out a lot of fucking people in the industry think that. And it was such a good moonwalk, dude. I fucking got this guy's ass. Holy shit. It's a big issue. There is too much anime being produced, and this kind of goes into the point I was talking about earlier with there's not enough time or resources to go around. Because there is so much anime being made that they are just producing slop. We are producing our 800th fucking dog shit isekai, and they're given like 30 seconds to to make an episode. And all of the staff is brand new, fresh off the streets, pulled from Twitter because they had animeta in their Twitter bio in katakana, so they got picked right up. That's a pretty big issue. Not enough time, not enough good workers, not enough skill being passed down through training, too much slop. Slop all the way. For the final part of the question, do you think this has parallels to other media industries and it's just a moment in time issue, or do you believe that there are specific factors? I think all media is becoming slop. Not because of any broad cultural issue that some people might try to say, you know, like the fucking wokes or whatever. Media is becoming slop pretty much for a similar reason as we discussed with the anime thing, actually. It's because there's so much being produced. Because the quality of the art, there's like... Fucking... I got fucked on there. How do I put this? Let me think. There is a big thing where there's a certain level where a piece of media can be ass and people won't notice because they're untrained. To the untrained eye, it's peak fiction or like it's good enough, etc. Which is fine to some extent. But it's leading to media only continually being dumbed down. Not as in, like, the intellect of the plot or whatever. Like, they just don't have enough time because they want to pump out as much content as possible. And things get a little worse every year, but it's such a small decrease that people don't think about it. They don't notice it. I mean, like, I haven't watched Invincible Season 2 or 3 or whatever, but, like, you saw this whole thing where people were shitting on the animation. I don't know if it was that bad. From what I saw, it didn't seem that bad. But they were given less and less time. From what I understand, Western storyboards are also very restrictive. So, to answer the question, it's complicated. It's complicated. There are definitely a lot of issues. And I don't think it's anime-centric. I think it's capitalist-centric. Ruining art for the bottom line is basically the issue. Final question. Sorry, I'm trying to rush because this game's almost over, and I don't feel like playing a second one to record that one because the queue times are so fucking long because everyone wants to play Springtrap. Favorite non-anime TV show? This is by Robert Paulson, by the way. Severance, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul are the big three for me. Do you have any anime agendas? No, I'm a grown man. What character do you like to slander? Easy. Rudeus Grey Rat. Fucking dog shit. Not slander, though. It's all true. What made you get into ReZero? I opened up an anime piracy site and I watched it. There's no big story. Sorry. And the final question from Robert is, how did you end up with Zorbis? Also, you called Zorbis a she. I don't actually... I always find this so funny. Is like when people actually get upset about like their pets being misgendered. It's a fucking cat. Like, the cat does not know what gender is, bro. I'm giving my cat gender dysphoria. Anyway. I went to the store and I bought them. I don't know, there's some people who come through, and they go to like pet stores, and they're like, hey, look at our cats that we have. Zorbis was very well fostered. He does not like to get into shit. Well, he kind of does, but not like human food or anything. He's very sweet, he's very respectful, asterisk, and you can give him food and he won't take it. He only wants his kibble. He loves kibble. But that's how we got Zorbis. I went to some place and I was like, I want a cat, and they're like, okay, here you go. He had a brother, by the way, which breaks my heart because I wish I was able to get both of them. I mean, Zorbis doesn't seem to give a fuck about his brother, but that's about it, really. I just went and I got a cat. He was $75 if you were curious. Not that expensive. My telescope was worth so much more than Zorbis. A lot of things in my room are actually worth more than Zorbis. But that'll be it. This game's about to end. Are they going to escape? Am I going to 4K? Let's find out. Thanks everyone for watching. If you have any more questions, feel free to, I don't know, post them in here, or maybe I'll post a member post again later, ask for more questions. I don't know how often I'll do this. I was supposed to do this like last month, but I literally... It wasn't that I put it off or anything, I just straight up fucking forgot. I think it was... Was it because of Season 3? I don't remember. But I forgot. But, that's it. We're gonna sit here and you're gonna watch me hook this guy. And it's gonna be epic. Epic sauce. I don't know how I didn't get the fourth... Scourge hook there, but oh well. 4K for me, yippee. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.